Kuze knocked on the supply room door to check if Yuki was there. Yuki welcomed Kuze, revealing that Yuki had called him there. As they teased each other, it turned out Alya was also there, making Kuze feel embarrassed. Yuki had called Kuze to help organize the supply room. Little by little, they started tidying up the items. Yuki asked Kuze to get a board game from the top shelf. Yuki said that she wanted to use it for the school festival. A few days ago, Yuki had also played those games during the new student council member welcome event. And it turned out that Yuki had won those games. As they were chatting, Alya scolded them, telling them not to talk too much so they could finish their work faster. Kuze and Yuki apologized. As Kuze resumed tidying up, Alya suddenly spoke in Russian, meaning, "Hey, pay attention to me too. Talk to me." Kuze could only remain silent, holding himself back. Alya kept chattering in Russian, unaware that Kuze understood her words. Finally, they finished their work. In the student council room, Yuki and Alya thanked Kuze for his help. Then the student council president named Kenzaki entered the room. He asked Yuki if their work was done. Yuki replied that everything was finished thanks to Kuze's help. Kenzaki said he had heard for a long time that Kuze was very talented. Kuze looked at Kenzaki, who indeed exuded a leader's aura. He was also famous as a charismatic student council president. Kuze then decided to leave, but Kenzaki stopped him. He wanted to thank Kuze and invited him to dinner. Kuze declined the offer, but Yuki agreed with Kenzaki about inviting Kuze to dinner. Besides, Yuki knew that no one at Kuze's home would prepare dinner for him. Kenzaki then asked Yuki how she knew so much about Kuze's family. Smiling, Yuki answered that they were childhood friends. Finally, they sat together at a family restaurant. Kenzaki started the conversation by saying they were impressive for finishing the work so quickly, as he thought it would take until the next day. Yuki then praised Kuze, saying that he was truly amazing and could handle heavy tasks and office work. He was also good at negotiating. Hearing this, Kenzaki invited Kuze to join the student council. Of course, Kuze immediately refused. Kenzaki then tried to convince Kuze by saying that being in the student council would significantly impact his grades. Yuki also intended to run for student council president and wanted Kuze to be her vice president. Kuze still refused the offer, saying it would surely be troublesome. Kenzaki also informed them that Alya would also run for student council president. Alya confirmed this, and Yuki and Alya exchanged sharp looks. After dinner, they went home. Kenzaki escorted Yuki, while Kuze accompanied Alya. On the way home, Kuze asked Alya if she was serious about running for student council president. Alya confirmed it. They finally parted ways at an intersection. Alya thanked Kuze for accompanying her to that spot. Upon arriving home, Kuze noticed shoes by the front door. It turned out that someone was already inside his house, a girl lying on the sofa, reading a comic. She greeted Kuze and asked if he had safely escorted Alya home. Kuze, with a hint of sarcasm, asked why she was at his place. The girl replied that she wanted to stay there. It turned out the girl was Yuki, who had been claiming to be Kuze's childhood friend but was actually his younger sister. Yuki felt no guilt since siblings are also childhood friends, having been together since they were kids. The next morning, Yuki woke Kuze by lying on top of him. Smiling, Yuki wished him a good morning, while Kuze looked shocked and annoyed that his morning had been ruined by his sister. Yuki argued that Kuze should be happy to have a cute sister waking him up. Of course, Kuze got even more annoyed. He then asked Yuki to get off his bed immediately. That day, Yuki woke her brother up because they were going shopping for clothes together. Upon arriving at the department store, Yuki chose a summer dress she had wanted for a long time. While accompanying Yuki in choosing clothes, Kuze felt like he saw something silver out of the corner of his eye. When he asked Yuki about it, she admitted to seeing it too. Yuki had noticed for a while that Alya was spying on them. Yuki realized Alya had appeared when she and Kuze went to that floor. Kuze closed his eyes, thinking about what he should do next. But without hesitation, Yuki approached and greeted Alya directly. Of course, Kuze was very surprised by his sister's behavior. Reluctantly, Kuze followed Yuki and greeted Alya. Alya looked embarrassed and awkward at being caught, but tried to remain cool. Alya said it was just a coincidence and that she had just seen Yuki and Kuze but was unsure when to greet them. Yuki and Kuze smiled, knowing Alya was lying. Yuki then invited Alya to have lunch together since none of them had eaten yet. But Kuze immediately worried because he knew where Alya wanted to eat. Kuze actually wanted to eat at the place Yuki mentioned, but if Alya joined, he thought it would be better to eat somewhere else. Of course, Alya became confused and curious. Then Yuki asked Alya if she disliked spicy food. Imagining sweet-tasting food, Alya said she didn't dislike it. Yuki continued, saying she and Kuze planned to go to a restaurant specializing in spicy ramen, and if Alya didn't mind, she wanted to invite her along. Kuze then clarified Yuki's words, saying that it wasn't just regular spicy ramen, but extremely spicy. Kuze told Alya not to push herself. Hearing that, Alya insisted on joining. She thought Kuze was forbidding her from coming because she would bother the two of them. Then they arrived in front of the ramen shop. Alya was very surprised because the ramen shop's decorations looked terrifying. Moreover, the name of the place was Hell's Cauldron. Alya was scared because of the word hell in the name. Kuze suggested again that Alya reconsider, but Alya immediately refused, claiming that she was just a little scared because the name was too unique. Finally, the three of them entered the ramen shop. When Alya saw the menu, she couldn't understand the meaning of the food names listed. So, Yuki helped explain. Pool of Blood Hell was ramen with bright red soup, the least spicy ramen on the menu. Then Pincushion Hell was very spicy ramen, so spicy it felt like many needles were stabbing your tongue. Finally, Infinite Hell was supposedly so spicy it made your mouth numb after eating it. Hearing that, Kuze decided to order Pool of Blood Hell because he thought it was better to start with the basic if it was their first time there. Alya and Yuki also ordered the same menu as Kuze. While waiting for their food to arrive, Alya commented on Yuki's outfit, which looked tomboyish. She felt a bit surprised. Yuki said that since it was a holiday, she wanted to try a new style. Then, with a sly smile, Yuki added that she had been in the same bed as Kuze that morning. Of course, Kuze and the people there were shocked to hear Yuki's words. Yuki added that because she wanted to try something new that day, she asked Kuze to lend her his clothes. Naturally, Alya was annoyed to hear that. She then asked Kuze what that meant. Panicked, Kuze explained that Yuki suddenly appeared in his room and then jumped into his bed on her own. Alya looked very skeptical of what Kuze said. Not long after, their orders arrived. Alya looked shocked and frightened to see the very spicy ramen. But after gathering her courage, Alya tried to eat the ramen in front of her. After one bite, Alya fell silent, and without realizing it, she dropped her spoon and chopsticks. Kuze, worried, asked if Alya was okay, but Alya responded that the ramen was very delicious. Kuze and Yuki also praised the ramen, saying that besides being spicy, it was very tasty. Suddenly, Alya spoke in Russian, meaning "help me, it hurts." Kuze heard it and told Alya not to push herself. But Alya claimed that she had just said the ramen was delicious. In his heart, Kuze knew that Alya had said, "It hurts." Alya kept pushing herself, saying in Russian, "Mama, I can't." Kuze wanted to advise Alya again, but Yuki interrupted him and asked if the ramen was good. Alya nodded. Yuki smiled and said she was very happy to hear that because it turned out Alya liked spicy food too. Yuki then showed a small container of seasoning called Devil's Tear, which could make the ramen even spicier. Yuki then offered it to Alya, asking if she wanted to try it. Yuki's face had a slight smile. Kuze realized that Yuki was doing it on purpose. Alya felt challenged and said she would try it. Kuze tried to stop Alya, but she said that just one small drop wouldn't kill her. Alya then added Devil's Tear to her ramen and started eating it. Immediately, Alya's face turned pale, and she screamed. The scene then shifted to a park where Alya was sitting on a bench, looking pale. Only she and Kuze were there. Kuze said that Yuki had gone to buy something. Seeing Alya like that, Kuze worried about her, but Alya insisted she was fine. Not far from there, someone was selling ice cream. Kose bought an ice cream for Alya. Alya looked very happy when she could enjoy the ice cream. Then, Kose asked Alya why she wanted to become the student council president. With a bit of emotion, Alya replied that it was because she wanted to. If there was an opportunity, it should be taken. She didn't need any other reason. Kose then asked if she had found a vice president candidate. Alya said she hadn't, but it didn't matter because she didn't need one. Kose then told her that the rules didn't allow that. Everyone had to run as a pair. Alya said she just needed to find a random person to support her. Kose tried to understand Alya's decision. Then Alya said in Russian, "If only you would." Hearing that, Kose was surprised and also sad, remembering an incident where he saw a little girl crying backstage, apologizing to her parents. After Alya finished her ice cream, she asked Kose to accompany her shopping. Kose actually wanted to refuse because usually someone accompanying a girl shopping for clothes would be a boyfriend. But maybe because Alya didn't have friends to shop with, she didn't know that. Finally, Kose agreed, thinking that as a friend, it was the right thing to do. They arrived at a clothing store. While looking at a blue dress, Alya wondered why Kose was being so nice to her earlier. Alya thought maybe it was because Kose felt sorry for her, thinking she couldn't become the student council president. Alya's negative thinking made her upset and angry. Annoyed, she grabbed many clothes and took them to the fitting room. She intended to make Kose blush with her fashion show. Alya started taking off her clothes and trying on the ones she had picked. Alya felt very confident in the clothes she was wearing now because they looked very good on her. But when she was about to open the curtain to show Kose, she wondered what if Kose didn't react at all. Alya steeled herself, deciding that she would punch him if Kose didn't respond. Alya opened the curtain of the fitting room, posed to show Kose, and asked for his opinion. Kose, seeing this, immediately praised her. He said that the clothes suited Alya very well because they highlighted her elegant and feminine side. Of course, this made Alya look even more beautiful than usual. Alya blushed. She didn't expect Kose to praise her like that. She closed the curtain again, hiding behind it because she was so happy that her face turned red. On the other hand, Kose knelt down, feeling very embarrassed after saying such things. In the fitting room, Alya also knelt down, feeling very happy to be praised by Kose. She tried to calm herself down. She didn't expect Kose to be so good at complimenting girls. She was truly impressed, but Alya thought Kose was good at it because he was used to doing it for Yuki. This thought made Alya annoyed, so she tried on other clothes and showed them to Kose again. From tomboy outfits, feminine outfits, to businesswoman attire, and even adventurous child outfits, Alya tried them all, and Kose praised them all. He always said that clothes suited Alya and made her look even prettier and cuter. Of course, Alya felt very happy hearing all those compliments. Alya then chose another style of clothing and tried on something a bit revealing. When she looked in the mirror, she felt a bit hesitant but was confident that Kose would praise her. Finally, she gathered her courage and showed the outfit by opening the curtain and posing. To her surprise, Yuki was already there with Kose. Yuki, seeing Alya dressed like that, remarked that Alya was very daring. In a flat tone, Kose agreed. Extremely embarrassed, Alya quickly closed the curtain. Behind the curtain, she muttered in Russian, "I want to disappear." After shopping, they went home together by train. Alya seemed silent, still thinking about what had happened earlier. When they reached the station, Kose and Yuki got up and said goodbye to Alya. Yuki said that she had a great time today and wanted to hang out together again. The two of them walked out of the train. After they got off, Alya was left alone there. She still felt regret and embarrassment about the earlier incident. Alya suddenly realized and wondered why Yuki and Kose got off at the same station. Alya began to think and suspect that they had a special relationship.